Well, so welcome to the Wargamerist. I'm Nathan.
I'm Charlie.
And today we're here to start off with our first game of the Carnac Crusade, a little crusade that we are going to do together as a little team. So I will be bringing Necrons, and Charlie, what are you bringing?
I'm going to be taking the Guard as the sort of PDF forces.
Okay, so my Necron force, the Endless Harvest, they're waking up. This is their original Tomb World. They're waking up and they basically want to get rid of all of the alien scum, the xenos scum that are on their planet, clean it, purge it, and bring back the ultimate power to destroy the system. So for this mission, we are going to be playing Geist in the Static from the prior Nexus Crusade narrative supplement. We're not going to follow all the rules, as we said in the previous video, but we'll get into that as and when it comes.
So the PDF has investigated some signals near an old mining town and found a xenos ruin. And I guess that's when Nathan's Necrons appear and we get into a little clash and to sort of start the conquest.
Yeah.
Planning.
So like we do here on the Wargamerist, we will set up, keep you play by play, and then update you as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's get into it. So I've deployed a Chimera here with a Catachan command squad, so it can scout 6 inches. I've got a 10-man unit of Kriegsmen here, a 10-man unit of Catachan, 2 Scout Sentinels with the grenade launchers, another 10-man Krieg squad. This is a Rogel Dawn tank commander. I've then got a Lehman Russ Vanquisher with its new rule to -1 damage in cover, which I hope is going to be really good. And then another 2 Scout Sentinels over here with las cannons. All the Scout Sentinels can scout 10, so that's pretty decent. So my 2 agendas for this game are central position, so I need to get characters within 3 of the centre and they gain XP and potentially Blackstone fragments. And then Reaper Tally, so every 3 units that I kill of Nathan's, I pick one of the units which killed a unit, they gain an XP and they can gain fragments as well at the end. I'm also running this detachment as the recon detachment, so all regiment and walker units gain the benefit of cover, and if they have the benefit of cover anyway, they gain an extra +1 to their armor save to a maximum of 3. So all of my normal infantry go up to a 4-up save, and I can technically order them to actually go up to a 3-up save if I want to, so it makes them very robust.
Okay, so I've got 2 units here of 10-man warriors, one with Gauss Flares and one with Reapers. Over here I've got my Overlord, Translocation Overlord, with a 5-man unit of Immortals with their Tesla cannons. 3-man unit of Scorptech Destroyers, a Chroneptic Doomstalker, and then my Overlord with a 10-man bodyguard of Lynchguard with shields. Strategic reserves, I've got 5-man squad of Triarch Praetorians and 5-man unit of Deathmarks. So the Phalanx unit, which gives me +1 to wound rolls on certain units, so anything with a Triarch or Noble keyword. So it gives it over here and over here as well. So I get to choose a unit at the command phase and I get +1 to roll with them. For my agendas, I've got central position and re-establish communications. So all kind of revolves around the middle of the field. So for the purposes of this game, we've got a kind of very thematic table, but for the purposes of rules, we've got these terrain pieces are going to count as ruins. This is going to count as ruins. You can shoot into, but not out of. Infantry can kind of pass through, and again, ruins. We have some craters as well, and these are going to be classed as barricades. Okay, so for this mission, the thematic thing is that I am taking over. I've woken up and I want to kind of take back the land that is originally mine. So as that is the kind of setup for this mission, I will be attacking first. As the attacker, I will be going first. Charlie has done his scout movements. He's moved these guys up here, these guys up here, and then these guys up here. And then for the agenda, for establishing communications. Charlie's chosen this, so I need to take this to kind of score points for my agenda.
Unfortunately, Nathan's had to leave, so Grant has stepped in to play his Necrons for this game for now, but he will be back. So the first turn for the Necrons is that these two warrior units advanced all the way over, needed some more cover, and then potentially come out later to get that one. All these guys moved up and advanced just to kind of get behind here, ready to come through later. Moved over the Doomstalker and did get a little shot over it at the tank over there, but did nothing, unfortunately. And then these shuffled around, just hiding behind there for a little bit of cover. Over to Imperial Guard, round 1. Talk us through the turn 1 of the Guard,
Okay.
PDF.
So my Scout Sentinels moved up here, put some shots into the Canoptech and into the
Halved him.
unit here. The old, yeah, really good. Obviously the Hunter Killer whiffed it.
Both Hunter Killers did nothing.
And then I decided to charge in because I didn't think they could kill both Sentinels, and I thought if I can keep them there for another turn, that's going to be really good for me.
Yeah.
At the loss of like 110 points. I moved my Eradicator.
But they were
up.
aided by the
Yes,
Rogal Dawn.
The Rogal Dawn also shot, and so did these Sentinels as well. So it was a decent amount of shooting. I've moved my Vanquisher here. It has done nothing at the moment. Moved both units of Kriegs up, so they hold this objective and are ready to replace the Catchans when they inevitably die. And over here, my Chimera with the Catchan command squad moved up a little bit to get out of everyone's line of sight.
Yeah.
And it's basically waiting for him to try to take over this objective at the end of the game, so I can flame them and throw out some guys and do something.
Yeah. Turn 2 for the Necrons. I'm going to have to probably push some of these through in a minute, start taking this objective, and try and deal with this tank somehow. I've got some deep strike that might come in. These are going to have to come round and start mincing some of this. So let's see what happens there. And yeah, I might have to fall back or deal with this as well. See how it is, because this is holding up a flank now. But let's get into it, see what happens. End of Necron's turn 2. Something happened. Lots of things happened. I gave them -1 to wound onto these little gents hiding here. I moved the Scorpex round in a little line because there was a big flesh screen just hiding here, so I had to come around this way. But it did mean that they were in range of the objective if I failed the charge. And then these just moved over slightly and absolutely decimated the guys in here. So even though I have no CP in this mission, because this Overlord with
translocation.
He can use a CP for free, so I gave these guys crits on a 5, and they're re-rolling all hits
because of your
enhancement. Something, I can't remember what it's called. And re-rolling all wounds because they're an extra objective, and I got 10 extra shots and just absolutely murdered them. Even with your special cover 4-up save.
Yeah, poor little Catchan.
Yeah, well, they were there for a screen. This took a couple of pot shots, rolled 1 on the amount of shots. That was great. So this is still alive. I did reanimate at the beginning a couple of Lich Guard, so I put them over this side. So when I fell back, I was able to just tuck in range of this objective here. So now I'm on all 3 objectives. The Guard have felt the force of the Awakened Dynasty, and they've got to, not the Awakened Dynasty, the Phalanx, and they've got to do something back. I brought down the Praetorians here. They did a lot of flames into these poor... Craig? That's Craig? These ones Death Hill?
They're all Krieg, yes.
Yeah, cool. And killed quite a few. So let's see where we go with Guard round 2. End of Guard turn 2. Talk us through what happened.
So I had a Scout Sentinel here, which I moved forward, took some shots at here with my las cannon. Didn't quite manage to kill it.
I did retrospectively remember that I was going to spend my newly earned CP on -1 damage on vehicles. So you kept it alive to 2, and then what did you do in the charge?
Tank shocked it, done 1 mortal wound.
And then on your fight?
And then 1 mortal wound as well.
Well, I think so, yeah. So it's down to 1 wound, and I did nothing in return.
That's it.
Oh, actually, I don't think I've done my attacks, right?
We'll do that in a second. I don't think it's going to do anything after. This scout fell back. The Scout Sentinel fell back from the Scorpex here, and then gave me reroll ones to hit them in range. So I put the Rogal Dawn and these guys in absolutely obliterated them.
I don't think these even fought. I think it's just the Rogal Dawn.
Oh yeah, just went with the Rogal Dawn.
Just went nuts.
The Eradicator tank here went into the Lich Guard.
Yeah.
Did really well, like 9 shots on heavy bolters with sustained, does occasionally do something really nice. I shot and then for some reason charged my Death Krieg up here.
Yeah.
They got slapped back pretty hard, so there's only 2 guys left now.
You did do not much from the flames actually. From the
yeah, the Chimera did come around here, tried to flame and do some of bits and shoot a Hunter Killer into the Doomstalker.
Which of course
obviously did nothing.
Yeah, classic.
And
so overall good. I think a lot of our points and agendas are going to come in the next few turns.
I think it'd be like turn 4, a lot of stuff kicks off.
Because at the moment the mission rule is basically you've got to, as an attacker in your command phase, if you've taken a point last turn that they owned, you get points, and if you've held it, if you're the defender, if you've held it
since last battle
for a whole turn, you get it. So it's quite hard to gain primary on this, but we'll keep going.
I think once we lose a few more models and there's less trading, it's going to start
less on the flanks as well. So if we get one flank or the other, so but yeah, over to Necrons round 3. Necron round 3, basically moved up some of the warriors here. I fell back the Praetorians and then killed the last 2 here with some shooting, just keeping them behind, away from the Chimera. This guy had to stand still, he reanimated 1 wound as well, so he's just barely keeping in there. He did a bit of damage to the Sentinel he was in combat with, which was great, and then the Tachyon Arrow did the last blast off, but now I can't charge, so they are probably exposed to some tanks. And then these have just pulled back a little bit to shoot the Chimera. Only did 1 wound on the Chimera, so it is what it is. Brought down the death marks, didn't do anything. Just trying to hold on in this corner for now. So over to Guard turn 3. Imperial Guard turn 3.
Okay, so a bit lackluster in shooting, unfortunately. I used this Scout Sentinel, he stayed still. Gave me reroll ones to hit against the Lich Guard unit. Then shot into it, didn't really do anything.
No, including the Hunter Killer.
That's it. Yeah, always miss. The Eradicator shot into it. The Hunter Killer was useless. Some other shots did wound the unit, but I really wanted to do more to it.
There's only a couple left.
I've moved my Kriegsman up here with a really nice advance. Just trying to keep them safe, to be honest. The Rogal Dawn moved up here using the move order. Shot into the Warriors and these guys here, the Praetorians. Did okay against the Warriors, really whiffed with the
even the flames here from
even the flames from the Chimera.
So much,
and I just sort of moved him there to keep him safe partially and just to wait until sort of turn 4 or 5, which we're getting to now.
I can't really kill your tanks. It's really hard.
No,
so we're going to get rid of Chaff and I'm just going to hide.
Yeah, I think the Dawn at the moment is semi-invincible.
It's really solid, Hadn't taken a single wound. So, okay, let's see where we go.
Yeah.
So Necron's turn 4, just moved everybody up really, did some shots. I can't kill these tanks, they're just too tough, even with some lethal wounds. Charged in, I'm just kind of clogging him up as much as possible. He did Overwatch, didn't really kill anything, which was good. Death marks, did nothing, hasn't got any characters kicking around easily. I did sort of shoot in and charge in, but with a giant 2-up save, I can't do anything. It's just, I've given them +1 OC, these warriors, so they're now 3 OC each, so it does mean that it's harder to shift because he'll kill a lot in the resulting shooting phase, so we'll see. These guys came out and managed to do a few wounds on here, but not kill you enough. I think you gave them a 6-up for no pain.
Yeah, I used one of the new strats, so it's a 6-up feel no pain and -1 to be hit if they're the closest eligible unit.
That's it.
So it really helped them out, to be fair.
I did get reroll hits though, because I popped my free strat on them again for the crits, but I didn't get enough through basically. This gentleman completely whiffed. He started healing himself again, but he completely whiffed into the Sentinel. So the Lich Guard, who healed a few more, had to run right back around the building again, 10-inch charge, made it, and the Overlord did it. So the Overlord's actually killed 2 of your Sentinel units.
He's done very well,
yeah. With an arrow and a blade.
He hates Sentinels.
He's waiting for everybody else. He's like, right, fine, I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself.
Do it myself, mate. Over to turn 4 for the Guard. Round 4 for the PDF. What's happened?
PDF. So A lot happened. So in shooting, these Kriegsmen, which were over here, threw a grenade, killed 2 dudes, done some like really whiffy shooting. Then the Eradicator actually kicked off.
Decided it's time to shine.
Time to shine and just wiped the rest of that unit.
Yeah.
He then, in the charge phase,
remember there was a whole
charged
Necron
into
bunch
6
here.
Necrons.
Well, the Rogal Dawn did soften them up a little bit.
Yeah, he took away 3, and then he charged tank shocked and managed to kill all 6.
Ran them all over.
Saved the commander, saved the day.
I'll save you.
The Kriegsman, with a re-roll on the charge roll, managed to get into the Lord.
Stealing objective,
but didn't really do anything, unfortunately, because I don't expect them to.
But that's not the point.
But yeah, it means that I keep that objective. I've pretty much got this objective.
Because they were 3OC.
3OC.
They would have.
Well, I think he's got 5 and 3.
Yeah, but the 3OC on each in each Necron warrior, so they would have taken that off you.
So thankfully managed to take that.
And this Soren's got down to 1 wound finally, but yeah, it's a bit sad over this side.
Yeah, the Chimera's not doing good, and they're just going to re-heal this turn. So
yeah, turn 5. Let's see what the Necrons can do. Right. Necrons end around 5. Couldn't really, took a while to kill this tank, but the only thing that could do it because of pistols, I had to shoot the Praetorians into it, and only had 1 wound left. Did manage to dev it off. Then eventually charged around and killed the poor gents inside. So they've actually killed a few. They're probably the MVP this turn. They managed to scooch over. Well, what happened first actually was my Overlord moved back, which Charlie then used spent a CP to get the Death Court out the way.
Try to move out the way.
It was kind of hard because either way behind the rock, I could still get a line through there, and the Immortals popped their crits on a 5, and because you were an extra objective, it was rerolling all hits, rerolling all wounds, even though it was hitting on 4s.
Very hard to
defend against it, and even with your Feel No Pain, it didn't do it. This guy didn't do anything because he's out of the way, couldn't quite draw a line of sight on the Eradicators, so there's 2 giant tanks in the middle. You just can't do anything. You've not lost a single wound.
No, they're absolutely untouched in every single way.
So I've scored 5 points on the primary each turn, so I'm up to 25. Charlie scored 4 thus far, but at the end of this command phase he's got now for turn 5, because you defended this one since last time, you gain another 5. So I think this might end up as a draw. But let's see what kills you get. And finish up. Just a quick summary. Shot everything he can at the 5 wound Overlord. Didn't quite kill him. So he's going to charge in, made it just. He's getting a bit tired, running out of fuel, and now he's going to do a tank shock. So we thought he'd film this one because he just needs 3. You got 11 dice.
You need 3 5-ups.
Yeah.
The last time he did this, he got 6.
I'm doing it on camera, so you're going to fail it.
I can see 1 and
2. Oh no, you've got to fight me.
He's alive.
Talk us through it then. Even after fighting, only got 1 through.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then what was the key thing here? So they shot.
The Rogal Dawn tried getting this Necron Warriors unit to gain it a kill.
Yeah.
Retrospectively, looking back in hindsight, I should have just reversed it, put absolutely everything into that Lord just to get that kill
and get the extra kill for this.
To get on there and to get him finish that off and get him an extra XP. But that's how it is. You get greedy.
Yeah. So it's quite a stalemate really, because I scored a fair few points and denied you a point or 2, but you've held this one in the middle early, so that's getting you another 5 points. So actually, it basically turns up as a draw. MVP. Who's MVP?
I'd probably say the Eradicator.
This guy.
Yeah, unharmed. Managed to really clear up the Dawn, and because otherwise I would have lost the game.
Yeah,
if he hadn't done that tank shot.
That's true actually.
So yeah, 6 mortal wounds into a 6-man unit really.
So he's your
MVP, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
and I think these Praetorians have done a good job.
Yeah, they've done great.
So they've done. Well, mind you, the Immortals killed a lot as well, actually.
Yeah, I mean they cleared up I think every infantry unit nearly.
So actually, it's probably give the XP to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have completed an agenda here. These guys have just stayed alive for that.
Stayed on there.
And you've done another agenda there, so that's good.
And
sum it up.
Yeah.
But overall, a draw.
Good game. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll see you at the next awakening.
Ooh.